development for young Jamaicans. So it should come as no surprise that we have invited the Honorable Lisa Hanna, Minister of Youth and Culture, here to share with us this morning.
Thank you, Alison. Good morning, everybody. Let me recognize my colleague, Minister Julian Robinson, and all the other representatives from the World Bank, Mrs. English from FLO, and all of you who are here. I want to start by saying that everything has been said before. So I'm really not here to give you the rationale about why we decided to have this kind of forum for young people, and certainly the vision that the government has for providing opportunities in this area. I want to say three things. The first thing I'd like to say is that every day as I travel and meet with young people, I realize how integral the virtual world of work is to their lives. And I'm not only talking about you in here, I'm talking about children. My own son, for instance. And just yesterday, I don't know how many of you know the game Call of Duty Black Ops. Everybody knows that game? And my son is an expert on Call of Duty Black Ops. But I took him to military tattoo. And in the opening ceremony, they had a gun salute, and I saw that child jump like there was no tomorrow. And I said, but how is it that you play this game? What happens in the real world? And he says, but Mom, this is virtual. And I realized that there was a disconnection between how we're now operating as policymakers in response to a generation that's coming up, that's living within another reality and growing up within that reality. And I've recognized that very early, and that is why I was so pleased when the World Bank came and said, listen, you know, we want to do something for our young people. And I said, here is what you can do. The other thing I'd like to say to you is no longer, I think many years ago, and certainly when I was growing up, which was not so long ago, if you wanted to be wealthy, you would have gone into jobs that produced cars, food, some kind of concrete and steel. Today, what is considered soft is what is making the money. Apple as a company is over $300 billion in worth. That's all intellectual property. If you compare that with the budget of the government of Jamaica, you will recognize that Julian, we won't do that. But you would recognize that Apple could buy Jamaica many times over. And that is intellectual property. The people who are going to make money in this frontier and for the future are those people who don't make the phones but provide the software to drive the phones and everything else. Those are you who are sitting in this room. And we would like to give you the opportunity to explore how best to do that, utilizing the virtual economy. There's another very interesting statistic, because somehow I think if we believe that because we're small, we will not have an impact in this particular area. I think sometimes we think it's only creative talents in reggae music and athletics. There was a young woman who has created history in the United States by selling the most digital album songs worldwide. Over 42 million songs in 2012. She's a little girl from Barbados named Rihanna. What we have to realize as a country is that we now have to fast track the way we operationalize, identify, communicate, and put on stream our talents. Stop talking about it. Let's just do it. What we will be doing as the government, myself and Minister Robinson's ministry, and certainly the Ministry of Industry and Commerce, is to fast track those policies that will be critical for e-commerce and everything else that will ground what you need to make your businesses work. Because those are the policies which will also allow you to take advantage Doesn't make sense we give you all of this training, and then at the end of it, somehow the cutting edge policies are not in place. So on behalf of all of us, let me say thank you to our sponsors. Let me say thank you to the World Bank. Let me say thank you to the ministries who also have come on board to recognize how critical a resource you are for the future development of this country. Because guess what? Some of us might not be around in 2062. And so as we celebrate 50 years of independence, no, celebrating the achievements is one thing, building on those is another. We need to find creative solutions that are going to build and grow this economy for the next 50 years. You are going to be responsible for doing it. So congratulations, and we'll be around to see. I'm excited. This is a first in a number of events that we'll be collaborating with to give you all an opportunity to create the kinds of destiny that you would like for your lives moving forward. Thank you.